Chip and Evan, Southwestern PA Rural Exploration Blog, once again on the Greene County side of the Crucible Ferry landing here in Crucible, PA. If you look straight across, actually today's a really good day to do it because it's nice and snowy and the leaves are down. You can see the gentleman's house that lives across, and you can see where the landing came down in, right to the water there. That was the Fayette County landing of the Crucible Ferry. We had a photo on the blog recently. Someone had sent us of a gentleman on the ferry, and there was some speculation as to which ferry it was, but when you look at it, it's plain to see that it was indeed the Crucible Ferry. Now today...
Hold on, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get artistic here.
Look, it's artistic.
Artistic.
Get your art on. That picture that Evan's looking at right now is from 1947, I believe. That was one of the shots given to us by the Begovich family. That's the ferry coming across.
Okay.
And
I like that idea. We should do this more often.
it is. It's pretty cool. Why we're down here on a cold winter's day? I think last time we were down here it was a cold winter's day. But we did something pretty special today. We actually followed up on one of our things that we've been talking about for a while. We went to the Rolling Meadows rest home in Waynesburg, and we visited with Margaret Mitchell. Margaret is 101 years old. I spoke with her family the other day and got the okay to go see her, and we actually took her some pictures of the ferry, and you'll see that on the video. Now Margaret, her hearing's pretty much gone. She can't hear, so we communicated with her by writing notes, you'll see in the video, and you know, she was definitely appreciative of the photos that we took for her, and we do plan on stopping back to see her again. But anytime that we post anything about the Crucible Ferry, we always get comments on people that remember Margaret. You know, they always said that she had the alabaster skin and the little
small woman,
the small little lady that ran that ferry. Well, that was Margaret, and she is 101 years old, still with us, and she ran this ferry for a long time by herself. And from stories that I've heard, you didn't mess with Margaret.
That's what I heard too. I heard she carried a gun.
But like I was telling Evan earlier, I do remember visiting Margaret when I was in the fire department. We would come down and check on her during snowstorms. And she, took care of herself. But this is where the ferry was. Now, I've been waiting a long time to report this piece of information. I spoke with Margaret's nephew on the phone, and we are going to meet with him soon, and he's going to share some more history of the ferry with us. But I asked him the $64,000 question. I said, where is the ferry at now? And all of a sudden, Evan's pants started playing music. But I asked him where the ferry was now, and he said the ferry is laying in the river right down where that red marker is. He said it was swept away in the flood, that the ferry was not salvaged for scrap, it was not cut up. He said the only thing that was removed from the ferry was a diesel engine. There were two engines on the ferry. There was a Pontiac engine and a diesel engine, and I believe how it worked was the engine rotated the spool. There was a cable across the river, and the engine turned the spool and pulled the ferry across that way. Right. So he said that the one engine was removed and sold, but to his knowledge, that ferry is
right where
laying right
red
down
marker
there.
is. And the guy who lives in this house, don't know his name over there.
We're going to stop back and see him one day, though.
He is a retired Coast Guard, and when we visited him last year, he said, I'll tell you where that ferry is. It's right underneath that buoy, because they put that buoy there to let you know that there's an underwater hazard. Now, people have said, no, those markers mean there's a bend in the river. And I think they put the signs on the side of the river, the triangles, like that green sign right down there.
Right, yeah, those are...
That tells you that there's a bend, I think. But what do we know?
It means something to boat people.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that ferry's laying down there. Now the water, if you would go out to where that buoy is, the water's really not that deep.
No.
The channel, I'm not sure how deep the channel is here, but you can... feasibly, our plan is to get a freaking boat this summer and go out there and rig up some kind of crazy underwater camera or find somebody that's, I have some friends that have some scuba experience.
My hand's shaking.
We're putting somebody in there and we're getting friggin' proof that ferry is laying in that river. Only because we've heard so many different stories about how it was. Now, I do believe
it was here it rested right here.
Well, my dad told me that it went in the river once, and the Corps of Engineers removed it and laid it on the side of the river.
Okay.
Obviously, because it was a navigation hazard. But then, and the pictures we have on the blog where the ferry's kind of in rusted, bad shape, laying right in this area, actually, we figured out that those were from 1982. Okay, so the big flood didn't hit until 1985. So, as far as we know, 1985 flood pushed that ferry down there in the river, and it's laying over there by that that buoy.
Okay.
And that's our story, and we're sticking to it.
Good day today. Got a lot done. I'm going to turn this off.